Hello, how are you? Welcome to Kids Story Time with Miss Randall. Now, I am Miss Randall, your storyteller and also author of the much-loved book, Sparkle the Fly. Now, this book is a funny, adventurous, uplifting, joyful story all about the power of truly being yourself. Now, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to go down to the description box, click like and subscribe for more amazing stories and to find your own copy of Sparkle the Fly. Okay, awesome boys and girls, are you ready? Now let's go. You are going to love this brand new story. Be brave, little ant. Little Ant's first day at school. Now, it's little Ant's very first day at his new school, and he's a little bit nervous. Now, school is full of new people, things to do, and lessons to learn, but luckily for little Ant, he has wonderful teachers and friends that are going to help him on his new adventure. Now, this is a heartfelt and inspiring story that reminds us that as small as an ant can be, he can be mighty enough and brave enough to take on any challenge. Now, are you ready to get reading? Let's go. In a small country, in a small town, in a very small house, lived little Ant and his mother. On a bright and sunny September morning, little Ant was getting ready for his first day at his new school. "Are you ready, little Ant?" said Mummy Ant. "Are you excited?" "Oh, Mummy Ant, I really don't want to go to school today," cried little Ant. "The school is far too big for a little ant like me, and I'm really nervous." "Oh, it's okay to be nervous, little ant. Everybody gets nervous when they start something new." Mummy Ant sat down on little Ant's bed. "It's time for a new adventure in your life. You will make new friends and learn lots of new things." "But what if the other insects don't like me?" said little Ant. "The other insects will like you. Just be yourself and everything will be okay," said Mummy Ant. "And remember to always be brave." Little Ant got dressed into his school uniform, his coat, tie and shoes. He packed his pencil case, a book and his lunchbox and caught the bus to school with Mummy Ant. The bus arrived outside the school gates. Little Ant was very worried. "Hurry up, little Ant. It's nearly time to start school." "You're going to be late," said Mummy Ant. "Oh, Mummy Ant, this school is far too big for a little ant like me," cried little Ant. As Mummy Ant held little Ant in her arms, a soft and calming voice spoke. "Hello, you must be little Ant. My name is Mrs. Butterfly, and I am your teacher. There is no need to be worried about school," Mrs. Butterfly continued. "School is a safe place to learn, grow, and make wonderful new friends." Little Ant looked up at the colourful Mrs. Butterfly. "But I'm going to miss my mummy, and I'm very worried about trying something new," Mrs. Butterfly knelt down next to Little Ant and said, "It's okay, Little Ant. Mummy Ant will be here to pick you up at the end of the day and you can tell her all about your day. And it's always exciting to try new things. It's a new adventure." "Okay, Mrs. Butterfly. I am looking forward to my new adventure," Little Ant smiled. Mrs. Butterfly held her hand out for Little Ant and said, "Be brave, Little Ant, for you are mighty." Holding Mrs. Butterfly's hand, Little Ant took his first steps into his new adventure. "Hurry up, Little Ant. It's time for school to begin," said Mrs. Butterfly. "There's no room for my bag and coat, Mrs. Butterfly," cried Little Ant. Where am I going to put them? All my food will get stepped on by the other insects." Little Ant buried his head in his hands. A small hand touched him on the shoulder. "It's okay. There's no need to be sad," said a small voice. Little Ant picked his head up. "Hello, my name is Little Beetle." Little Beetle held out his hand for Little Ant to shake. "Hello, my name is Little Ant." Little Ant shook Little Beetle's hand. "There's room for your bag and coat on that peg." Little Beetle pointed at a peg with Little Ant's name on it. "Oh wow! I have my own peg!" Little Ant said excitedly. "Yes, we all have our own pegs with our names on them, so our bags and coats are safe," said Little Beetle. Little Beetle helped Little Ant put his bag and coat on his peg. "Oh, well done, Little Beetle, for helping Little Ant with his bag and coat," said Mrs. Butterfly. "And well done, Little Ant, for finding your peg and making a new friend." Little Ant smiled. "Yes, Mrs. Butterfly, I have made a new friend." Mrs. Butterfly smiled and said, "Remember to always be brave, Little Ant, for you are mighty." "Hurry up, Little Ant. It's time to start our lesson," said Mrs. Butterfly. All the other insects were sitting in a small circle around Mrs. Butterfly. "Oh, Mrs. Butterfly, I am very worried about sitting with the other insects," cried Little Ant. "What if they don't like me?" "Of course they will like you, Little Ant," said Mrs. Butterfly. "In this school we are kind. In our lesson this morning we are talking about kindness." Mrs. Butterfly stood up from her chair and walked over to Little Ant. She held his hand and walked him over to the other insects. Little Ant sat next to his new friend, Little Beetle. And on the board we can see here that their subject is kindness. Kindness. No act of kindness, however small, is ever wasted. And here we've got, in a gentle way, you can shake the world. What would you put on the board about kindness? "Good morning, class," said Mrs. Butterfly. "Good morning, Mrs. Butterfly," replied the class. "Today we're going to talk about why it is important to be kind to each other," said Mrs. Butterfly. Does anyone know why it is so important? It is important to be kind and listen to our friends when they are talking to us, replied little Grasshopper. Yes, well done, little Grasshopper. That is a great answer. Can anyone think of any other reasons why it is important to be kind? I think it's important to be kind and let everyone join in when we are playing in class. It is important not to leave anyone out, said Little Beetle. Oh, well done, Little Beetle. That is a lovely answer, said Mrs. Butterfly. We should always make sure that no one is left out. Little Ant smiled at his new friends. He suddenly felt more comfortable in the new class. You see, Little Ant, we are always kind to each other in this school, said Mrs. Butterfly as she placed her hand on his shoulder. Oh, wow! I feel much better now that everybody's going to be kind to me, Little Ant said cheerfully. Mrs. Butterfly smiled. And remember, be brave, Little Ant, for you are mighty. After learning all about being kind, it was lunchtime. Hurry up, Little Ant, it's time for lunch, said Mrs. Butterfly. Oh, Mrs. Butterfly, I really don't want to eat my food with all the other insects in the hall. It's far too big for a little ant like me, and I don't know where to sit. Little Ant hung his head. The hall may be very big indeed, but you are brave, Little Ant. You have made lots of new friends. Mrs. Butterfly smiled. You can sit with your new friends to eat your lunch. Little Ant's new friends waved at him from their table. Oh yes, you're right, Mrs. Butterfly. Little Ant smiled. I can have my lunch with all my new friends. Mrs. Butterfly smiled. Remember to be brave, Little Ant, for you are mighty. Little Ant bravely walked over to the table to eat his lunch with all his new friends. Mrs. Butterfly rounded up all the insects ready for the afternoon lesson. All the insects sat down in a circle in front of Mrs. Butterfly, except for Little Ant. Hurry up, Little Ant. It's time to start our afternoon lesson, said Mrs. Butterfly. We are going to learn the alphabet together. Oh, Mrs. Butterfly, I don't know my alphabet. I am scared the other insects will laugh at me. Little Ant sank his head into his shoulders. Oh, Little Ant, there is no need to be scared of that. Remember, we are kind in this class. We will help you sing the alphabet together as a class, and I will help you. Mrs. Butterfly smiled. Okay, Mrs. Butterfly. And Little Ant smiled and sat down in the circle next to his new friend, Little Beetle. Okay, everyone. Now we are going to sing the alphabet together, said Mrs. Butterfly. The whole class started to sing the alphabet together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Little Ant started to become more confident and sang at the top of his voice. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. The whole class sang the alphabet again. This time little Ant sang it all. Excellent singing, everybody, and well done, little Ant. You sang very nicely, said Mrs. Butterfly. Thank you, Mrs. Butterfly, replied little Ant. Now I know my alphabet, and I'm not scared to sing it anymore. Oh, well done, little Ant, said Mrs. Butterfly. Remember to be brave, little Ant, for you are mighty. The bell rang at the end of the day. It was time to go home. All the parents were waiting for the little insects by the school gate. Mummy Ant was waiting for little Ant. Oh, Mummy, I was very worried about school today, but I was very brave. I had my own peg for my coat and bag. I made a new friend, Little Beetle. I learned all about being kind, and all my other friends are really kind too. I ate my lunch with all of my new friends in the really big hall, and I learnt the alphabet and sang it at the top of my voice. Mummy Ant knelt down and put her hand on little Ant's shoulder. Oh, well done, little Ant. I am very proud of you. You have been very brave and mighty on your new adventure. Little Ant didn't need to be scared of school anymore because little Ant was very brave and very mighty. I hope you have loved this wonderful story. Be brave, little Ant. Little Ant's first day at school. Now, all proceeds of this book is going to LATCH Children's Charity, and it's an amazing charity which helps children and their families who are going through cancer treatment. So click the description box down below to order your copy today. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you again.